So I think there's been some confusion in some previous videos because I've been talking about feeling like I'm different people, whereas some people are taking that as like alter egos or schizophrenia or other things that they. I don't think it's quite being understood what I mean, and I think that the term dissociative identity disorder isn't as known quite yet, as well as terms like multiple personalities. And even if I were to say that I had something like multiple personalities, which I do firmly believe that I do, some people will misconstrue that or misunderstand it or think it's fake. They might think that it has to do with demon possession or something of the nature. Like, I mean, people already think that my Tourette syndrome is demon possession, and no, it's not. It's neurological disorder. It's neurological. It has to do with dopamine. It has to do with the basal ganglia. It has to do with genetics. It has to do with all kinds of things. It has nothing to do with demonism. This, however, this dissociative identity disorder would be, and I'm not going to talk too much specific terms because I'm not a doctor. I'm not the person who's going to be able to tell you specifically what dissociative identity disorder is and its complexities. But basically, what it is individuals in one mind. Like, and the only way that that can happen is a trauma, or not even just one trauma, but multiple traumas happening to a very small child. So it isn't something that you can be born with. It isn't something that is put into you by a demon. It is something that is the concept of like a mind fracturing. Like maybe when I was a kid, I would imagine things to the point where I actually fractured into that imagination or something. I don't know if that's actually the term, the way that it actually is, but that's the way that I perceive it. So I would have essentially split into different individuals, and I didn't know that until things started going weird after the assault last spring at the hospital. After that, a series of one thing after another of weird presentations of me were occurring. Something like, you'll remember the Mind Fire episodes from a few months ago, from in the fall, I think it was. You'll remember the mania stuff. You'll remember, different things that I was going through, or even the video that I made where I was taught about a month ago, where I was talking about trying to be positive about moving on from abuse, and that we all matter, and that there's hope, and crying tears of hope. I know that I looked very, I didn't watch it back because I was very self-conscious about it, but I know that I looked very dissociated in that video. And that would have been, again, another state. And you would have seen, some of you will have seen the video where I made about, don't tell me not to take my meds. That was the very angry state, which I recognize now, which is why I took it down, and I'll be making that. So basically, a person who goes through an extreme amount of trauma at a very, very young age, so it would have to be around the age of like 2 to 5 or something, or less, or, it is impossible for like a 10-year-old to be repetitively traumatized in whatever form and to develop dissociative identity disorder. You would have to actually be a very, very fragile young person who is still developing their sense of identity. I actually know a lot about dissociative identity disorder, despite the fact that I only recently found out that I have it, because I actually am fond of some people in the community, and I used to be part of survivors forums, and I would learn from them, and I would learn from research, and I would learn from a lot of things. So I do actually know a lot about dissociative identity disorder. But I don't want to dredge up old information that I've learned over the last 10 years and not restudy it and rehash it like this is the thing. I'm going to try and give you some references in the description to where you can look it up. Find out for yourself what dissociative identity disorder is and what it is not. It is not demon possession. It is not something that is necessarily a curse. It is something that is, well, some people might see it as demons. I see it as the angels that save my mind. I see them as a positive thing because if it wasn't for them, what would I have done? What would I have done? How would I have coped? So, I just wanted to clarify in this video what I was speaking about and what I was not speaking about, and to try to make that a little more clear, because I think that it was a little bit of a confusion there. So I'm gonna make another video. I'm going to remake the video I made about not taking meds, because I think that I can make that in a much calmer frame of mind and a less dissociated frame of mind also. Take care.